As you all know, I installed Tulsi Gabbard as U.S. president and fired Donald Trump, but he's not going away sitting down. He's causing a lot of problems and he's being very wicked right now. Um, Brent Spiner was able to send me a newspaper article by Fox News, and you can see to the picture over that you can see the picture that the U.S. military is conducting a coup against me. And even though I've ordered them guilty of war crimes for dropping Candida auris bombs, the U.S. Air Force is using their jets to drop Candida auris bombs on their own people under the orders of Loree McBride and Donald Trump. Brent didn't tell me this, but I went to God in prayer and I said, how should I respond? Brent sent me an article by Fox News, and I'll have a link to that underneath this video. And the Lord seemed to say, Gail, you need to destroy the United States military. Because that Donald Trump and Loree McBride are working together and they're using the U.S. military to bomb their own people. He's guilty of high treason. So I've updated my conspiracy law. I have now declared war against Donald Trump and Loree McBride's military forces on this 30th day of May, 2019. I, Empress Gail, declare war on the U.S. military under the direction of Donald Trump and Loree McBride. All U.S. military members that willingly and knowingly take orders from Donald Trump or Loree McBride in opposition to Empress Gail and Tulsi Gabbard, who Gail has appointed as U.S. president, must be executed. I've already written law kicking out Donald Trump as U.S. president, and those in the U.S. military that are willingly and knowingly still under his command must all be executed. The U.S. military has gone rogue and is currently involved in a coup to try to take over my men who assist me in government. Because the U.S. military is the largest military network in the world, we will need the assistance of our conspiracy law ally nations to defeat the U.S. military under Donald Trump and Loree McBride. Though I've appointed Tulsi Gabbard to act as U.S. president, Donald Trump refuses to allow her to rule and has conducted a coup in cooperation with Loree McBride to oust me from power. To protect civilians, they need to relocate to Church of Gail cities worldwide, which I hope have adequate shields. We will use military forces from all nations that are conspiracy law honoring nations, which would definitely include Russia and may include other players who support me as U.S. Empress. Boy, my eyes are watering right now from the bombs. Our conspiracy law coalition is pretty massive, including several nations that are nuclear powers. By the way, these bombs that they're dropping are nuclear bombs. And we've been using shield technology to try to protect people, but the shields are porous and they've got germs in these bombs, and the germs filter down to the population below and are killing people and making people very sick. Loree McBride and Donald Trump have already declared war by dropping bombs on the civilian population. Our only option is to defend ourselves. Donald Trump has gone rogue and I believe is in an alliance with war criminal Loree McBride. Loree McBride continues to make chemtrails filled with Candida auris and drops bombs with Candida auris worldwide. Do a search on Candida auris. The germ has a 60% mortality rate. Now Donald Trump is working with her. Candida auris is a deadly yeast with a mortality rate of 60% in those not treated with Seroquel. And I'm on Seroquel. If I wasn't on that, I would be probably dead. There is no reason for us to just sit by and allow Donald Trump and Loree McBride to bomb us to death. We must revolt and destroy the entire United States military that is in rebellion to us and causing so much sickness and death. We must stop these people at all costs. Unfortunately, it appears the only way we can defeat Trump and Loree McBride is to destroy their military facilities, and we will need to execute the war criminals who are continuing to drop Candida auris bombs on the population that make people sick and that kill them. They must be stopped. We will enlist the help of China, Russia, and any nation that honors conspiracy law. Unfortunately, the elite in the United States have gone rogue and are bombing their own citizens. Look at my last couple of videos. I actually show video footage of the bomb. I mean, anybody with half a brain can tell we're being bombed, and nobody's doing anything about it. We will destroy the entire U.S. military if we have to put a stop to this. Those who want to join with us to defeat the Donald Trump, Loree McBride military forces that are dropping Candida auris bombs over your head daily, contact my men at Gail's Men, GAILSMEN at yahoo.com. We will need a massive military network to take out Donald Trump's military forces because the U.S. has a massive fleet. Unfortunately, the U.S. military is no longer the good guy like it was in World War II. It's actively looking for warfare and dropping bombs daily on civilians, and none of this is reported in mainstream news. The U.S. military has become deadly and must be destroyed. All conspiracy law honoring nations must join with me to defeat Donald Trump and Loree McBride's rogue military forces. My first order is that we take out all their bases and destroy their military installations and remove their ability to conduct warfare. We will shoot down their pilots and bomb their facilities. Take all measures to protect innocent civilians by putting a shield over them if necessary, or transporting them to Russia or other countries where they will be safe until this war is over. I appoint Vladimir Putin as the head of our international military forces, and he will appoint the officers in our military forces that I will call the Gabriel Chana International Military Forces. Vladimir Putin will determine who sides with me and who supports my conspiracy law, and those nations will align with us in warfare against Donald Trump and Loree McBride's military forces. And when I went out for a walk today, I was bumping into Loree's agents right and left. They were really flaunting the fact that they think they're invincible. They don't think we can take them down. They think they are invincible. I mean, it was not a coincidence. They were just being timed with precision timing. These cars were coming out of nowhere. And they were just, it's like their attitude was, and look at the picture, they're flaunting it. Even drawing penis chemtrails in the sky in defiance of my laws, saying, who are you, you little punky empress? We can do what the hell we want. We're not going to listen to you. She's already killed 1 million people. It's not even reported on the news. She's the biggest war criminal, and Donald Trump, I believe, is working with her. The reason I say that is because those are U.S. military. That's U.S. Air Force. Loree McBride is not the president, though maybe she is now. She might be the shadow president with Donald Trump, her right-hand person right now. So we need to take this declaration of war, folks. Declaration of war. If you want to help us, we could use some help. The U.S. Donald Trump, he's got a space force. He built all this up in order to, I don't know what's happened to this guy. I really don't know what's happened to him. He does not like Tulsi Gabbard. Neither does Loree McBride. Tulsi hates war, but I'm sure she will help me to destroy the U.S. These people are bombing. They're bombing their own people. And the news media is not reporting it. I mean, I get symptoms. I get yeast symptoms. They must think, I mean, if you got gassiness, bloating, and if you're not on Seroquel, you'll probably be dead within 3 months. At the rate they're bombing. People are getting sick. And they have no right to do this. Take out all the bomber jets, all the U.S. military. Take them all out. We're going to make it so they can't do this. They're going to fight back, so you're going to need to transport people, maybe put a shield over them to try to protect them, try to clean the air as much as you can. They're probably going to go on a blitzkrieg now, bombing everybody. So anyways, I've updated my conspiracy law. I've declared war on Donald Trump. Is not U.S. president, but he's trying to act like he is. I fired him. and I installed Tulsi Gabbard in his place. And all this stuff you're hearing in mainstream news is smoke and mirrors. I've had to fire him because he's gone rogue, man. He's working with Loree McBride to bomb the hell out of innocent civilians. You know, a couple months ago, I think it was around April the 2nd, the bombs were so bad over my head here in Melbourne that I got so congested from the yeast that I had a blocked sinus infection from the yeast. It just came on overnight. I was up all night. I couldn't breathe. It was so bad. It felt like a block in my sinuses. I had a headache. I got red spots all over my neck from the yeast just going crazy. And if I wasn't on Seroquel, I would be dead. They would have killed me by now. This is what we're dealing with. These people are conducting biological and chemical warfare right over your head. Do you see the pink sky? That's them flaunting it. When Angelina Ballerina came to power, she puts bombs in the air that leave a pink afterglow at sunrise and sunset. And if you look at the shape of the clouds in the sky, they don't look normal. But see, we're putting shields over a lot of the towns, and that's why the bombs are not hitting the ground. But we can't, the shields are porous because we got to allow you to breathe. So even though we might be able to stop the bombs, these are nuclear bombs. That's why you're getting headaches. Donald Trump and Loree McBride are doing this. Take them out. Anyways, I wanted to make a video letting you know that I've declared war, so that Trump and Loree can't say that somebody else is doing this and it wasn't me. Okay? Brent sent me a news clip. He hasn't been able to communicate with me. I suspect there may be a court case going on or something. But he's apparently really worried about this, and he knows I'm a smart woman, and I went to God in prayer, and Jesus said, this is what you need to do. Declare war. Take out the entire United States military, because they're not listening to you. They're listening to Trump, and Trump has gone rogue.